Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play on Greenlands. Last episode we did all the grass work in this field and our smaller field over there. So these are quite nicely fermenting away at the minute. So we've got another 34 hours to go. So what we're going to do is get our crops in the ground. So we've got two arable fields now, this one and the one just down to the right. And I think, because I never ever do them, I think we're going to go for sunflowers. I can't remember the last time I put sunflowers in the ground. I know they're not sort of one of the most profitable crops, but yeah, just haven't never done them because I don't own my own harvester or header or anything like that. I'm not sort of tied to what type of crops I can do. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. I checked the temperature and it's 7. I actually thought it was 10, which I think I mentioned last time, but it's not, it's 7. So we need a planter. And we've got, where's planters there? I mean, horsepower is going to be a big thing on this. Oh, so I've got 110. It's actually 10 more than what I thought it was. So I mean, that one's not too bad at all, is it? And I get the additional tank as well. Because I think everything else is just too high. Yeah, it is. So we're basically looking at them 3. So only 3 meters. It's going to have to be that Lemken, isn't it? With the additional tank as well. So we will lease that. And we will lease that. I don't know if you'll have noticed when right at the beginning of the video, all the baling equipment that we leased I sent back. Last year I kept them. Can I not get these on it? Let's get this help window open. Yeah, last year I kept them because, and we'll get that up to ×5, because we were doing oats, so I needed them sort of in the middle of the 2 cuts. But I don't with this. With the doing sunflowers, obviously we won't get anything like that off. Why is this not allowing us to fill? Right, for whatever reason, I can't get that additional tank to fill. I've tried loads of different variants. It will not fill, so I'll have to leave that there and probably not probably, definitely. I think sunflowers go through the seeds quite a decent rate, doesn't it? So maybe I have to come back with the trailer. I'll see how long they last anyway. So I've got 1,300 seeds here. We'll do this field first. And we'll get this closed as well. Right. Get it unfolded. So it says, I think it says 7 mile an hour for this. Get switched on. We're going to get up to 7 because we're right on the horsepower limit. Yeah, going to be alright. I was looking just while we were off camera there. I think the sell period for these is spring, so it is going to be pretty much a full year from putting them into the ground, sorry, to actually realising a profit from them. But like I was saying on drive over, it's somewhat different, isn't it? They're not a crop, I don't think that gets done overly regularly. I don't know if I mentioned it on one of the earlier videos when we were talking about what we were possibly going to put in the ground, but on my game on Greenwich Valley, I done a few fields worth of soybeans, like the bigger fields as well. It was hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of crop, and they all just went to waste because I couldn't get them. I think they're due to be harvested maybe early autumn, and it did not stop raining the whole time, so every single field just went to waste basically. They all just end up getting turned into the ground, and that's what sort of things like soybean and corn, that's the danger you've got, haven't you? That's going to be too late in the year, you're not going to be able to get them done. Right, I'll put this on the time lapse. Depending on how long it takes, I'll go straight to the other field as well, and I'll start on the other field, so it will not be long. So we'll just slow it back down, and it looks like I was wrong about the seed. I thought it would have been going back to get more, and we still might have to get a little bit more, but I thought sunflowers were on the same level as soybean where you just rattle through them. Obviously not. I mean, if we can get both of our fields done with last year's leftover seed, then I mean that's brilliant, isn't it? I didn't actually have a look to see when the best time for these to be harvested. So yeah, you're right. It's going to be the same sort of thing, isn't it, where I'm just going to have to be praying for the weather to be kind. Otherwise, they're not going to get done. We'll spend all this money for, well, I say spend all this money, it's more waste the time for nothing but a fertilising state. I think when we come back next time we'll have to have a look, see what contracts are available. And that'll be our late spring contract that we'll do. I keep missing them little bits, don't I? Yeah, our late spring contract. I'd imagine it's going to be a bale on a fertilising contract, I would have thought. I have a feeling this video is going to be quite long as well. Even though there's going to be quite a decent sized time lapse in the middle, it's still gone on for quite a while, hasn't it? Not going to be able to go up both bits there, we'll have to come back up. And then there's a couple of bits throughout the field that just need touching up. And then we're done. All on what will be less than 1200 seeds. Do you know, I've done this, I haven't even looked to see how cheap some of the headers are for sunflowers. I'll have done this and then have to spend a fortune on a header, I bet. One last length here and then we're done. I think there's a little bit more down here. Yep, there is. And that is it. All our planting done. I'm going to go and try to shut this gate, whether it'll actually close or not. There we go. Right, we'll just get this back to the farm. Like I said, next episode will probably be some sort of contract. Our bales, our silage bales, they still won't be ready yet because there was, at the beginning of the video, there was still 34 hours, wasn't there? So, I mean, you're looking at not the next game day, but into the afternoon of the next one. So, and we need to fertilise our grass fields as well. Right, so we'll leave it there. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.